Finished. I'm gonna skip the pork. If I could find truly pastured pork that wasn't fed a bunch of grains, I would eat it. Pork is great. It's higher in thiamine according to the USDA, but you can get thiamine from fruit and plant foods and orange juice if you're worried about that. My problem with most pork is that it's fed grains. It's fed corn and soy, and that corn and soy is very high in linoleic acid, and pigs and chickens can't get rid of that linoleic acid, which means the fat of pigs and the fat of chickens fed corn and soy ends up much higher in linoleic acid than the corresponding fat of a wild pig or a wild chicken. In wild chickens and wild pigs, the amount of linoleic acid is around 5%, 5 or 6%. But in domesticated chickens and pigs, you're looking at 15, 16, 17% linoleic acid. And excess linoleic acid is the polyunsaturated fatty acid found in seed oils that I'm very worried about. There are so many reasons that seed oils and the linoleic acid in seed oils appear to be harmful for humans. In short, accumulates in cell membranes. We can't get rid of it. Probably causes increased permeability in membranes, accumulates in mitochondrial membranes in the cardiolipin, causing problems with the electron transport chain, leads to increased oxidation of LDL, increased oxidized LDL, and has been shown in randomized controlled studies like Minnesota coronary study, which is a long study of over 9,000 participants, to be linked directly in that randomized controlled trial to higher rates of coronary disease, which makes sense when you realize that linoleic acid gets into the LDL particles and causes increased oxidation, etc. They've at least got organic milk, so that would be the place that I would start, but I prefer raw milk. They did have raw cheese, and I think it's kind of hilarious that they have the oat milk and the almond milk and the soy milk in the dairy container, even though these are not dairy at all, trying to pretend, whatever. But if you want to eat seafood, make sure you get wild salmon that is Alaskan Sockeye. Don't get Atlantic salmon. All Atlantic salmon is farm raised. And if you're getting shrimp or shellfish, be aware that some shrimp, I bet we can find some over there, has added colorings in it that you do not want. You just want an uncolored shrimp that you can cook yourself. Let's see if we can find some cheese here. They've got this raw cheese, Gruyere from Switzerland. It's pretty easy to find. Aged 8+ months, made with raw milk. You can see here that when a cheese is not raw, even though it's organic, it's not raw, you can see on the label it says that the milk is pasteurized. So pasteurized means the milk has been heated 160, 200 degrees. That seems to change the conformation of the whey protein in the milk. You can see from studies like this one that kids who drink raw milk have lower rates of asthma, allergies, and eczema in adulthood. There seems to be something protective about the whey protein that is undenatured in raw milk and probably in raw cheese. So I always opt for raw dairy when I can get it. Look at how misleading this is. Hot smoked salmon, it says Norwegian asterisk salmon. It's produced in the Netherlands, and if you read the back, it comes from the cold waters of well-established fish farms.